This has happened this week, and lots more to tell you coming up. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a vlog, letting you guys know what we're getting up to. Loads is going on at the moment, which is why I've not been able to keep up with my channel. And I'm hoping this week especially, because we've got bits and pieces going on, I'll be able to show you guys along the way what we've been getting up to at home, updates on Eliza and updates on myself as well. So excuse the no makeup, no hair. I'm actually feeling a little bit under the weather again. Like I've got really bad swollen sinuses and I've had that for a couple of days now. And I'm wondering if it's a drop in the temperature, because over here in the UK last week we had baking hot summer weather. It was beautiful, and then we went suddenly back to winter weather where it was jumpers again, and I really do think it's put a shock to my system, and I've just not been feeling great. We also did go to soft play this week, and you can get quite a lot of germs in soft play, so it's going to be a combination or one or the other. So yeah, excuse the not made up look. So firstly, just to let you guys know what's going on with my PCOS update. I know a few people have been waiting to hear back about how my appointment went. So I went to our local hospital, and it's very local to where I live. It's actually about a 4-minute drive away. And me and Eliza, I say we, went there on Monday last week and had an appointment with a doctor, and I discussed with him how my PCOS seems to, like, my symptoms have seemed to elevate since having Eliza and going through the IVF. And he did a few checks on me and then spoke to me and said he's been reading up on my file, and he agrees that there is more than likely not a problem with my ovaries, but some changes that have caused symptoms to elevate, such as weight gain, body hair. I've been losing a lot of hair on my head, which I know people do after pregnancy, but I'm losing it almost when I tie it back to like a male hairline. Don't know if you guys remember me mentioning this a couple of months ago, but it's actually getting a bit worse. So it looks like a male hormone is, which I believe is called androgen, is like multiplying in large amounts, and that is causing me the problems I'm going through with my body. So he said to me that he wanted me to start with a natural approach to try and to control the androgen in my body. So basically I've got loads of androgen in my body because I overproduce estrogen. I'm not a doctor, so I don't quite understand how it works, but he explained that estrogen turns into androgen if it over multiplies, and then obviously you get the symptoms where you get fat tummy, which I get, body hair, facial hair. You generally lose hair on your head though. I haven't got bald patches, nothing like that, but if I pull back from the front, it goes back quite far, as you can see here, which is why I generally keep my hair down. And then moods, and also sleep, lack of sleep. I've explained to him I can be so shattered, like right now I feel really tired, but if I was to close my eyes I wouldn't go to sleep. So anyway, what we've started doing is we're going to be changing bits of my diet, which I've started already. I'm trying to reduce down as many of the carbs as possible in my diet. I'm also no longer allowed fizzy drinks, saying that I have had a couple this week at the weekend, because I just thought I don't do anything bad as such. You know, I don't smoke, I hardly ever drink, and I thought I quite fancy a Diet Coke at the weekend. But then I've cut down dramatically from what I was taking. He also advised that he no longer wants me to eat melon or grapes. He's agreed that I've got a great varied diet when it comes to fruit and veg, although like I eat a lot of crap, as in like I would quite easily dive into one of those sharer bags of chocolate and demolish the whole bag. But he said normally you find people sort of live off fast food and all that, but I don't. I do eat my vegetables. Jake and I have been always really good with our vegetables. Even today I've got a chicken stew that I'm slow cooking at the moment. So we do have healthy dinners. I said to him about maybe perhaps portion sizes, and he said when you have a carby dinner, that obviously is a problem, but such things as vegetables, he's not too fussed about my sort of amount of food that I'm eating, because he said, you know, you burn vegetables quite easily. So yeah, he's also asked me to start eating apples, which actually I have got into recently. Because Eliza's been using it as a finger food, and for me to encourage her to take it, I generally have an apple with her. I slice her up one and me one. So he said that that's a really good fruit. Oranges, bananas, not too many bananas, but you know, there's not a problem having one here and there. And just having a different outlook on food. So he sort of said, you know, in lunches where I would quite easily make a sandwich here at home, he said to me, maybe do a wrap. So that's what I've been doing. Like today, I had a wholemeal wrap for my lunch, rather than I would normally have 50-50 bread. So with that, last week he started me on 500 milligrams of microgynon. Microgynon was a tablet I took when I was on IVF. I don't know, let's start again. 500 milligrams of metformin. Now, metformin, my dad actually takes these for diabetes. And he explained that a PCOS person is insulin resistant as a diabetic is. So that's why metformins have been proven, not with everybody, but have been proven to help control the estrogen production on a PCOS patient, which helps with losing weight, which then stops your body producing as many estrogen, because the more overweight you are, the more estrogen you produce. So it just starts to slow things down. So because he said this will obviously lower your blood sugar levels when you take one of these, he advised that I take it immediately with a meal. So don't prepare my lunch, take one of these and then sit down. Prepare my lunch and take one of these as I'm about to take my first mouthful. So I have been really good. I've been sticking to what he said. I've been taking one of these a day. Today, I will now increase my dose from one at lunch to one at dinner as well. And then we will continue that for another 5 weeks. So I will take the 2 metformins a day. And then we will reevaluate. We will see what happens in 5 weeks' time. I go back to the hospital. We'll see if I've lost any weight. We'll see how I feel in myself, whether my hair's slowed down with falling out when I'm washing it, whether I've lost, you know, weight, rather, like, do I feel thinner in myself, less bloated, stuff like that. So, I mean, for my first week, I've got to say, my moods are still very up and down. My sleep's not great. If anything, I feel shattered all the time. But I'm wondering if I'm a bit ill as well at the moment. So, but generally, I have to say, I don't feel as uncomfortable in my abdominal area as I do normally. And it's only a week's dose. But yeah, I feel the changing of food slowly is already doing me good. Even though I have to tell you guys, you know, I do enjoy my carbs. I love potatoes. Give me a bowl of roast potatoes covered in gravy, I'd demolish them all. So, and yeah, obviously cutting pasta out and things like that. So he agreed with me though that you still have to have a lifestyle. So he said, you know, if you have a spaghetti bolognese for dinner, just don't have carbs for lunch, have a salad. It's just thinking about what you're eating throughout the day. So it is changing a mindset. And yeah, we'll see how I feel in the next 5 weeks, and I will be documenting it to you guys because I am picking it back up on the channel. I know I've said it about 3 or 4 times, but things are starting to fall in place now. So yeah, I will let you guys know how I'm getting on with the metformins. So the reason, like, generally Jake and I have just not been able to find me time to vlog at the moment is we've been doing the house up. There's been loads going on. We've actually moved Eliza into her bedroom this week, and I will insert a clip now showing you how it's getting on. Hello. How are you? Did you have a good nap? Is that Bunny? Hi. Is it cool in your new bedroom? Do you like it here? Are you in a big girl's room? It's a big girl. Are you a big girl? It's a big girl's bed. Do you think Mummy'd fit in that? Woo! Should we get you up? As you can see, she's doing really well. She absolutely loves it. First night, slept through perfectly. Second night, slept through perfectly. I think we're on night number 4 tonight. But she loves her room. I've got some toys still in there at the moment, so we do sit down and we have a bit of playtime in there. And she lightens up when we take her in there because all her little bits and pieces are there now. I am going to do a nursery tour next week. We are just waiting for a toy box to arrive to put a little bits and pieces in, and then I'll be able to show you guys near enough how the room is going to be from now on till she's a little bit older. So I'm really excited to show you that. And with that, Jake and I have just decided that I am sort of nearing the second half now. Well, I am in my second half and heading towards the end of my maternity. September I go back, and we want to really step it up a gear with getting the house to how we want it, because I'm not really going to have the time once I'm back at work, and you know, my evenings are going to be taken up with preparing for the next day. It will be earlier nights because I'll be putting Eliza to bed and getting up early. It's going to be very different, you know, getting us ready. And maybe I'll do another video as well talking to you guys about how I feel about going back to work. I'm still at the moment waiting to see when I'm going back exactly. So yeah, I will keep you guys updated once I've spoken to my employers. And yeah, so the projects we've been saying it for months, and it's been really difficult to sort of try and do the house up while I'm at home here with Eliza, because I don't want to just plonk her in a jumperoo and get on with things. I want to be able to sit and be with her. That's the reason why I'm off. But at the same time, like, obviously I'm vlogging to you guys at the moment while she's having a nap. I need to start these projects, and Jake and I are going to start spending some weekends. We've got a plan set in place to get certain jobs done. So we're working on the outside at the moment. Summer is very near. So we have got a guy coming tomorrow who, because our house is sort of high up, it's not quite a townhouse, but we are situated above a block of garages, bit like a masonette type place. And we've got a guy coming to clean our cladding because our property is cladded. It's half brick, half cladding. So he's going to be cleaning that tomorrow, and our windows outside, because I can't quite hang out of them to clean them. So super excited about that tomorrow. We've also decided we're going to change downstairs. We've got an open porch, and we've decided that we're going to be putting flowers down there and just brightening it up really. And we're going to be doing some work on the balcony. Now the balcony might be a bigger job because it might have to wait till I'm back at work because it's more expensive. But we've been doing some repair work on it, which is near enough complete. Jake's just got to replace some hardboard underneath the balcony now. But we are actually going to AstroTurf the outside here to make it look like a garden coming off of the living room. We're also going to be painting all the brickwork up because we went for a bit of a rustic feel when we first moved in to give it that shabby chic look. But that's not what we're going for anymore. We want it bright. We want it vibrant for Eliza. We want it to be, you know, drawing her to want to go out there. So we're going to have the wall completely bright white. No distressed look about it. We're going to have the AstroTurf down. We're going to have big colourful plant pots. Jake wants to grow sunflowers out there with Eliza. So yeah, that's going to be a really big project to do because currently we've got decking out there. And obviously now Eliza is not in our bedroom. Our bedroom, we've been living here 5 years now, so it's due a redecoration because the walls are white in there, which we probably will keep, but they're marked obviously from, and especially with having Eliza in the bedroom, knock things into the wall, and there's just a lot of black marks on the wall now. So I want to, we've got, you guys have probably seen it in vlogs before, we've got writing on the wall like a quote. I want to sort of take that down. The thing is, you see it every day, you know, I love the quote, but for me, I just want to be able to sort of give it a bit of a change around to sort of get me to re-love it like we did with the living room. So I am probably going to be basing our bedroom similar to the living room, as in we're probably going to have one grey wall, the rest white. We've got grey and pink bedding already. We've got a new ottoman coming this week. So yeah, we've got little bits and pieces to do, and I'm also going to be painting up our hallway one weekend when Jake's here. And we've got a few bank holidays coming up, so we are going to take advantage of that to try and boost it and get it looking good. My biggest project is going to be my kitchen, and it blows my brain. What are we going to be doing? Because to put a new kitchen in is a lot of money, and we're about to be forking out for childcare. So I think we are going to be going with making the best of what we've got. So I am thinking we'll probably be keeping the worktop and the cupboards for the time being. But what I am going to be doing is decorating the walls. This will probably be towards the end of this year. And yeah, just changing the storage around. So I will get Jake to build some shelves in the cupboards to make them better storage for us. So yeah, there's a little bit of tweaking to do. And if we can, then perhaps maybe look to get, I would like the kitchen retiled. So maybe we could do that to sort of just lift the kitchen a little bit. But as and when we're doing these projects, I am going to vlog for you guys to show you the transformation, the bits and pieces we've done. As you know, the living room is completely different. If you see old vlogs from when, before I was pregnant with Eliza, the living room's like a different room, and we are very much in love with this room now. And I want to feel that throughout the house. I feel like we've got Eliza's room really up to scratch now, bar this toy box that's arriving tomorrow. And yeah, next is our room, and then the last project will be our spare room downstairs. It's a big room, and at the moment it's just storing all our crap. It's got stuff that we need to take to recycling, and to be honest, I think that that will be a job for maybe next spring realistically. And I am going to get a skip and probably get rid of most of the stuff in there. And then we'll try and maybe look to do that as a bit of a storage room for Eliza's bits and pieces, like her trike, her pram, and maybe do the other end for a bit of a workout space for Jake, because he does like training in the gym, so it might be quite good for him to have a bit of a workout area down there, so when the winter months come, he's got somewhere at home where he can just go down and have a bit of peace and quiet for himself. Fingers crossed that's the plan. So there's a lot of like not quite renovations, because it's not like physical work. We're making the best of what we got for now. We don't actually know whether we're going to stay living here for many years to come yet, or whether we'll move on in a few years. We did intend to move a few years ago and then decided to stay. As I said, we've been here 5 years now, so yeah, who knows, we may stay here another 5-10 years, or we might just turn around in a couple of years and say, you know, Brexit's passed and we're in a position again to sell. Who knows? So, but in the meantime, I want to be able to make the most of what we've got here and get it looking to its best. So, as I said, 5 years now, it's time to sort of spruce things up and freshen things up, declutter, make the most of my space. You know, my kitchen's not practical and my worktop's up to its eyeballs in tins everywhere. The storage is awful in there. So yeah, there's going to be a bit of carpentry work for Jake coming up, but I reckon he'll take it on. So that's the update on us at the moment, guys. Obviously it was a little bit of a mix of what's going on with me medically, what's going on with Eliza, and what's going on in the house. The final thing that I was really proud of is a couple of things that Eliza started doing this week. So she is now putting her hand into a food bowl and picking the food out. I will insert a clip in a minute for you guys to see. And also, she's now leaning on her toy so she stands up and she is putting her weight on this little toy table that my friend bought her for Christmas. But she's managing to put her weight and using one hand to lean and one hand to play with her toys. So for me, that was a massive landmark this weekend. So that's it really. So I will be keeping you guys updated this week with what's going on, what we're up to, the little projects we've got going in the house. Keep your eyes peeled as well for Eliza's nursery tour coming very, very soon. And thank you again for all your support, and I'll speak to you later. Take care. Bye.